Puma Explorations is a gold explorer in Atlantic Canada. The project I'll be speaking about today is the Williams Brook Gold Project. It's an exciting exploration story in northern New Brunswick. And moving forward, looking forward statements. This project is triple fault. We call it triple fault, but more in specifically the Williams Brook project is in between San Quentin and Bathurst, New Brunswick, about 25 kilometers from San Quentin, which is our home base, and Bathurst, New Brunswick Airport and Deep Port. The Williams Brook project is the same geological trend as the hot area in Atlantic Canada and Newfoundland, similar to Galloway to the south and all over, I guess, to Ireland with Dalranian. We've got 30,000 hectares, and we've been focused on this project since 2019. We just released our first drill program was 2,000 meters, 2,200 meters. Our second hole we drilled on this project, and this was our inaugural drill program on this Williams Brook project, was 50 meters of 5.5 grams. So we came out of the chute guns blazing, so it was quite impressive. If you'll notice the three trends that we have, O'Neill trend, and Williams 1 and Williams 2. These are pictures of September 19th, just to show how active we are in the field. September 19th was a property visit. The first trench went in July 2020, and by May 2021, we had been stripping at links, and August 2021, there's the initial drill program. And if you look at the overburden here, and we're very fortunate, the overburden in New Brunswick, northern New Brunswick, is about 2 meters. So we're able to strip, trench and strip, and be able to, if you look at the August 2021, you can see the veins at surface. So we basically drilled through the veins. Initial sampling that was done, if you look at the bottom there, there's 700 meters, there was 1.3 grams, and to the top, 700, there's another 1.3 grams. But in between there, you've got, this is surface samples, mind you, 241 grams, 79 grams. This is all at links. And Pepitos, 44 grams. So you've got, through a 700-meter area in length, you've got basically gold from 1.3 grams all the way up to 241 grams. This is what the mineralization looks like. O'Neill was 128 grams, Pepitos 58 grams, so we're talking some substantially high-grade ore here. The Chubby and Moose was, we trenched, and we've come up with some samples. In subsequent news releases, we've come up with, in a trench at Chubby, we've come up with some visible gold, which a further slide will show that. The mineralization here, the structure, if the cartoon on the left is a structure similar to the structure that they have on Marathon Gold, and if you look at the sample on the right, it's got the sample from Williams Brook, and it runs 8 grams. You look at the structure is very similar to what they are getting at Marathon Gold. The report there was done by Terran, and the same individual, I believe, did the feasibility study for Marathon Gold. We launched a drill program here 6 months ago, 18 holes, and the holes were placed to determine if the samples that we recovered from the trenches were consistent at depth, went consistently at depth and for structure. If you notice that one of the holes we've got, the slides we've got is visible gold in the drill hole, and all the you see drill through the quartz veins and into the rhyolite, the sediments, and the rhyolite. It seems that most of the mineralization, the high-grade mineralization, is at the contact from the sediments into the rhyolite. And as I said, we've done a substantial amount of stripping and trenching on this project. And if you look at the core there, the sample was 241 grams. That was a surface sample taken. But if you look at the slide on the right where the box is, 15 meters at depth, we came up with 80 grams at a third of a meter. So right underneath that 241 grams, in the same vein, we came up with a third of 80 grams, a third of a meter. Similar, the 74 grams that we had on surface, which was through the trench, we've came up with 45 meters at depth, 116 grams over half a meter. So we're finding that the veins that we come up with high grade are consistent with drill holes at depth. And that was our second drill hole. As you see, we're just basically drilling right through quartz veins that we can see at surface. These are the holes that were drilled, 18 holes. And if you look at the holes that were drilled here, we really didn't, and this is, as I want to emphasize, this is our Puma's first drill program on this project. Out of the 18 holes we drilled, we didn't miss anything as far as gold. And if you notice, the drill hole here, we hit high grade in every single hole. And as I said, this was our first inaugural drill program on this project. Now, the area that we've been looking at is an area that is 700 meters within that white box, and the current work that we're doing right now. And we haven't explored 3 kilometers south, and we've just surface sampled the area to the north. Now, this project came to our attention, and it was originally drilled in 1979, and it was originally 2.8 meters of 54 grams. And 1 kilometer away, there was another hole that was drilled, 23 meters of 1 gram. So it was a project that had a little work on it, but when we went into the field, we came up with the discovery at Lynx and at O'Neill that we decided to focus strictly on this O'Neill trend. And here's the picture of the original sampling and drill program that was done on Williams Brook. And as you can see, 2.8 meters of 54 grams. And as I said, a kilometer away, there's a 23 meters of a gram. So we also have, excluding the Williams Brook, we have properties to the east, the John Paul and the Portage. They've had a limited amount of surface sampling done on them and grab samples, and which we will do more in the summer. The exploration program that we're going to be continuing on Puma, in more than likely, the weather's been very good in New Brunswick, so we find that we get a lot of work stripping and trenching. So what we're planning on doing is finishing the stripping and trenching, getting all the samples back, and drilling starting in early January. So we feel that this is a very exciting exploration, and as I said, I want to highlight, it's an exploration project. And we've had some very, very exciting success, as I said, on our first drill program. Only 2,200 meters. We will be, we've increased that to 10,000 meters starting in January. And for news to follow, we should be coming up with some more surface samples. Drilling will start in January, and it's a very exciting project. Thank you very much.